we had a lot of help from family. We definitely would not have gotten through any of, like, I'm gonna cry, any of the stuff that we went through without family. As far as like healthcare goes, because I've seen a lot of videos with 19 and pregnant or 18 and pregnant or teenagers being pregnant, and nobody touches on that. How did you afford healthcare? Who was insuring you? And I just feel that it's important to kind of put that out there. My mom was covering me through her insurance. My mom's a teacher, so she gets really good health insurance. With my mom's policy, pregnancy related things that required a doctor or ultrasounds and stuff like that, I was not covered under her insurance. I was covered if I needed medical attention or needed to go to the doctor, or if I needed dental work, which I did end up needing while I was pregnant. So I had to go down to social services and sign up for, it's called county insurance. And that was interesting. And I'm not knocking anyone that uses that stuff, because it's there for us to use it. And I've used it. I had WIC. I had WIC for 6 months when my child was born. And I would not knock anyone that uses that, because I needed it at the time. I sure as hell needed it. Formula is really expensive. And that's the other thing, is I feel nobody talks about that, is how do you afford all that stuff? And my mom, being at the time, she was a single mom raising me and my brother, living in an apartment. You know, she wasn't gonna pay for my ultrasound or, you know, supply food for my child and diapers and, you know, stuff like that. I wasn't even gonna ask her, nor would I just assume she was gonna do that, because it's not her responsibility. Scott was working. He worked for the same company for 6 years now. He does HVAC, so it wasn't enough for us to go live on our own, but it was enough to buy diapers, to buy food, to buy clothes, to buy stuff that we needed to buy, because we weren't paying rent and we weren't paying for a car payment or water. You know, I'll be honest with you, we weren't paying rent to my mom. We weren't paying, you know, utilities, none of that. When I said that family, if it wasn't for family, we wouldn't have survived. And I really mean that. And this is the ultrasound of my son. I think this is the ultrasound when we found out that it was a boy. Because of how long it took me to get my ass, to get my stuff together and go down to social services, because I was terrified to go down there. Had a baby shower, which I'm not even kidding you, I believe it was 80 something people came. My mom and my mother-in-law were in charge of it. So they invited people from my mom's side, my dad's side, Scott's mom's side, Scott's dad's side, and everyone came. So after Carter was born, it took, and I'm not even kidding when I say this, it was maybe not until he was 8 months old that we had to buy diapers. We had so much stuff. We were so blessed with car seats, stroller, cribs. Towards the end of my pregnancy, I ended up having preeclampsia, which my mom had with me and with my brother. And my feet would get so swollen and my blood pressure would be through the roof. Kept having to monitor me, because I'd go in, I had Braxton Hicks, which I think everybody gets at some point. And I'd go in and they say, oh, your blood pressure's really high and stuff like that. And his due date was supposed to be September 11th. And September 11th came and went, no child. And they kept saying, okay, we'll give you a day or two, and then we're gonna induce you. And I said, okay. Nothing happened. And then I believe the day that they wanted to induce me was the 13th. No, it was the 12th, sorry, it was the 12th. And you're not allowed to eat anything or drink anything, so I was hungry and thirsty, and nothing happened. They gave me Pitocin, nothing happened. He was not ready to come out. I woke up the next day, it was the 14th. I thought for sure, okay, my water's gonna break, today is gonna be the day. No, nothing. I can remember sitting on the couch and my mom painted my toenails for me because I couldn't reach my feet. And I was, you know, thinking, oh, if I give birth, my toenails need to be, you know, painted, and which in reality, it doesn't. So she did that, and I started getting cramps, and I said, oh, I got cramps. I thought it was Braxton Hicks. It was. Well, I think probably at the time it was, but it was the start of me dilating and stuff like that. I went to bed, and I think it had to have been around 3 in the morning. I had cramps, and in my dream, I'm thinking, like, I'm getting my period. I'm like, wait a minute, no, you're not, bitch, you're not getting your period, you're pregnant. And I woke up, and I was like, oh. So I went to the bathroom. and I made it like halfway to the bathroom, and whoosh, my water broke, and it was fucking gross. And I was like, oh my god, my water broke. And I like went over to Scott because he was dead asleep, and I said, my water broke, my water broke. He was like, your what? I'm like, my water broke. And there's just water just everywhere. He's like, oh, okay. And he gets up, I'm like, you have to call the doctor. I remember getting in the car and driving there, and we lived at the time maybe 10 minutes from the hospital, and it felt like forever. It felt like Scott was driving 5 miles an hour, and you would have thought we were hours away, because I guess the cramps were so bad, and I am not very tolerant towards that kind of pain. Finally got there, they sent me in, I was admitted in. Finally, you know, after pushing and stuff, Carter was born at 8 o'clock. He was 8 pounds, 9 ounces. I don't remember how many inches he was, sorry. He was a long baby. He was heavy. He was a healthy baby. He was born, cried and everything. And any advice that I could give to another woman that is the same age as me when I was pregnant, or younger, or somebody that maybe is older but they don't know like what the right choice is, or they're afraid, my advice is that there isn't, in my opinion, there is never the right time to have a child. You know, even if you're 30 or 25, you're always gonna feel like, oh, I wish I had my house, or oh, I wish I had this car, or you know, I wanted to get this degree first. And for any moms, if there's an option to do online schooling, I know some states offer free community college. Even if you don't know what you want to do general courses, do something, because you might change your mind. You might end up needing to use it, because you never know what's going to happen with your life situation, and at least you'll have it. Take advantage of it, seriously. As far as relationship wise, yes, it is important to make sure that your child comes first, always. But if you're with someone that you guys mutually respect each other and you love each other, your relationship has to also not come before the child, but it has to be at the same level. It is so easy to get lost in everything and to not spend time with your significant other, or to not even spend time on yourself. Like, you're a person too, and you know, I know that if there's days, which there's plenty of days, where my hair is not done, my makeup isn't done, my eyebrows aren't plucked, my nails are never done. You will probably never see me with my nails done on this channel. But it's important for every once in a while for you like to do that. Even if it's not every day, but once in a while, it's important for your sanity. You know, and just don't get discouraged, because a lot of times as humans, we find that you'll watch somebody on YouTube and they're the same age as you, or they're 2 years older than you, or 2 years younger than you, or whatever. And they live in this big house, and they have these brand new cars, and you know, the mom just gave birth and she's like a twig, and, or not a twig, but she's a beautiful body, and she has time to do her hair and her makeup. But that's all fine, but you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know how they got to that point. You don't know if they've worked their ass off, if maybe they had a really shitty beginning start, or maybe they didn't. Maybe they've always just had, you know, not a good life, but they've always had someone to help them. And you should never compare yourself to somebody else. Everything happens in stages, and just don't get discouraged is what I have to say. You know, keep pushing forward, and you will get there. You'll get there, and it'll be so rewarding when you do, that you'll realize that, you know, it's all in good time. It's all when it's meant to be, is basically what I'm saying. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And I might do some more of these story times. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!